In this Derby City Nutrition tip, I want to talk about the basics of nutrition and getting started. So this is before any sort of nutrition plan. This is to find a basic understanding of nutrition and how to get started from the very bottom. First, I want to discuss what healthy eating is and how we can define that. Healthy eating is quality eating. And at the base of a nutrition pyramid, we've got quality being the most important thing. Quality means real food, single ingredients. Chicken is chicken, a potato is a potato. Your food isn't pre-packaged, it doesn't have a long list of ingredients, and to get a little bit more specific, we're talking about naturally raised animals and plants. So the animals that we're eating are raised in a way that they naturally would be. The plants that we're eating are raised in the way that they naturally should be. An example of this is vegetarian-fed eggs versus pasture-raised eggs. So chickens are not meant to eat vegetarian feed. They're meant to eat bugs, worms. They're supposed to roam around, find their food on their own. They're not going to eat plants. Allowing them to be raised this way is going to help us get the most health benefit from that food, the most micronutrients we can get from that food, as opposed to the vegetarian fed, which is not how the chicken was supposed to be raised. That being said, there is a scale where pasture raised might be the best option. Vegetarian fed, while not the best option, is going to be kind of middle of the road, and the worst option is going to be your Rally's breakfast. If we are there down at the very bottom, maybe the next step up is getting the vegetarian fed eggs and then slowly, incrementally getting better and better. As far as the kind of foods, protein, we're looking at animal sources of protein. That's poultry, fish, beef, all of those being raised the natural way. We were always looking for a good, healthy source of vegetables and a healthy source of fats. A way to ensure that you're eating quality foods is to cook your own food. Because you go to the grocery store, you buy it, you know exactly what's going into your meal, you cook your own food, bam, you know that you're eating quality foods. That being said, if you're looking for other sources, like bite meals is an excellent option because we know that they're getting their food from good sources. In fact, they are going to be starting offering more vegetable options, and those veggies are locally sourced, so we know that they are being raised in the way that we want them to be raised. They are moving away from white pasta, they're getting more into the whole grain pasta, wild rice, options like that, and their portions are going to be a little bit bigger. It's very easy to take all this information in and try to go from 0 to 100 with it and try to just completely change everything that you're doing. It's much better to take a step back and make small incremental changes. Like I mentioned before, if you're eating Rally's for breakfast, maybe taking one step further and you start making your own breakfast. If the other meals aren't cooked by you, that's okay for now. Making small incremental changes is going to build up the habit, and it's going to be much easier to do that. Even though it might take a little bit longer, you are much more likely to stick with that rather than taking on a bunch of stress of making this big life change and not being able to stick with it because it seems really difficult. This is the best place to get started. Focus on quality of food, make small incremental changes, and you'll notice a lot of progress. Done! It's gonna be terrible.
Smash that like and subscribe button. See you all next time.
Holy moly. I'm sweating.